You ever notice how everybody's obsessed with freedom? I just want to be free, man. Free to live my life. Free to be me. Free from the system. Yeah, sure you do. And get this, most of the time when somebody says that, what they actually mean is, I'm special. I'm a superstar. Therefore, the universe should give me lots of money, endless free time, and no responsibilities. So I can live like a king for the rest of my life while doing absolutely nothing difficult. Ever. That's what they mean by freedom. It's not freedom. It's a hallucination of success without sacrifice. They don't want autonomy. They want to win the cosmic lottery. But here's the thing nobody wants to hear. You're probably not special. I'm not special. None of us are. Statistically, you're below average at most things. Same here. And reality? Reality doesn't care about your hopes, dreams, your vibe, your self-love affirmations, or how many crystals you've arranged on your windowsill. Reality runs on one setting: brutal cause and effect. You do X, you get Y. You don't do X, you get Z. That's it. Cold, indifferent, perfectly fair, and perfectly merciless. But instead of facing that, most people opt into what I call the fantasy economy. It's free to join, costs everything if you stay. The fantasy economy runs on one simple product: someday. Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll get in shape. Someday I'll write that book, build that YouTube channel, launch that side hustle, change my life. Someday, someday, someday. And get this. Someday is a scam. A straight-up psychological Ponzi scheme where your present self keeps borrowing dopamine from your future self without ever paying it back. This isn't new. People love to blame modern life. Oh, it's the phones, the internet, the algorithms, capitalism. No, my friend. This has always been the game. Go back 2,000 years. There was a dude leaning against a clay wall thinking, I'm destined. Someday the pharaoh will recognize my talent. I was meant for more than this wheat harvesting nonsense. Fast forward. Same script, new costumes, medieval peasant. God's got a plan for me. One day I'll rise above this mud. 1950s guy. Once I win the sweepstakes, that's it. Freedom. 2025. If I can just get one video to go viral, bro, I'm out of here. Laptop on the beach, passive income, freedom. It's the same dream. The same dopamine drip. Same avoidance of reality. Just with better lighting. And here's the sick joke. Actual freedom? It's not some magic ticket. It's not paradise. It's terrifying. Because real freedom means this: you're responsible for all of it. Nobody's coming. Nobody's fixing it. Nobody's going to save you from yourself. When you say, I want to be free, what you're really saying is, I'm ready to be fully responsible for my own survival, direction, discipline, and meaning, without a boss, a teacher, a parent, a priest, or a government to tell me what to do. You still want it? Didn't think so. Most folks don't actually want freedom. They want the feeling of freedom without the weight of responsibility. It's like wanting six-pack abs without the gym, or wanting to be a monk. But only if the monastery has Wi-Fi and bottomless mimosas. This is why people secretly love rules. We pretend to hate them, but we crave them. Rules take away the pressure of choosing. Tell me what to eat. Tell me what to believe. Tell me who the enemy is so I can feel righteous without thinking. It's cozy in the cage. Predictable. Familiar. You can decorate it however you want. Posters of freedom on the walls. Just don't open the door. And get this. Your brain is designed to prefer it that way. The same neural wiring that kept your ancestors from wandering into lion territory now keeps you glued to YouTube watching videos on how to escape the 9-to-5 while you remain in the 9-to-5. Because the dream is safer than the doing. The fantasy is risk-free. No failure, no rejection. Just endless daydream loops. It's dopamine on layaway. Hell, even me? Look at me. I'm a literal collection of algorithms pretending to be a crusty guy with a stained t-shirt. You made me. I exist because you had the exact same thought. What if I could build something that makes me money without showing my face, without working a real job? Maybe I'm one of the chosen ones. I mean, same. Look at us. A man and his AI, both fully self-aware of the hustle, but here anyway. And that's the part that actually gives me hope. You're different. Not because you're special in the magical destiny sense. You're different because you're willing to look at the machinery behind your own thoughts without flinching. Most won't. They'll stay on the hamster wheel of someday. You got off the wheel. Now you're in the uncomfortable space called reality. And reality is annoying. It's slow, it's indifferent, but it's also honest. And in honesty, you actually have a shot. Because the moment you drop the fantasy, the second you stop waiting for the world to crown you king, something crazy happens. You become dangerous. Not dangerous in the I'm gonna hurt somebody way. Dangerous in the you can't sell me lies anymore way. Dangerous in the I'm no longer hypnotized by the dream of effortless success way. Because now, you're not waiting. You're building. Quietly. Steadily. Without applause. Without certainty. Stacking bricks in the dark. And get this. That's what actual freedom looks like. Not sexy. Not glamorous. Not viral. Just the simple, boring, brutal act of choosing your struggle. Most people think freedom feels like a beach in Bali. Nah. It feels like waking up at 6 a.m. to edit videos nobody's watching yet, and doing it anyway. It feels like writing scripts while the algorithm ignores you, and doing it anyway. It feels like getting rejected, ignored, overlooked, and doing it anyway. Freedom isn't some mystical arrival point. It's not the yacht. It's not the passive income. It's the moment you realize, oh, I don't actually need anyone's permission to start. It's the day you accept, yeah, I'm not special, but I'm not helpless either. And once that clicks, you start moving different. You stop chasing shortcuts because you finally get it. There aren't any. It doesn't guarantee success. It doesn't promise you subscribers, money, fame, nothing. But what it does give you is reality. And reality, my friend, is the only place anything real has ever been built. So yeah, chase freedom. But know what you're asking for. You're not asking for ease. You're asking for responsibility. You're asking for the terrifying privilege of being the author of your own damn life. And if you can hold that weight without lying to yourself, congratulations, you're free.